Hi there, just some more work on adding polynomials. These ones are a little bit longer than we've seen before, but all you got to do is remember the rules, which is combine your like terms. So we've got an x and a minus 21x. So 2x minus 21x should give me minus 19x. And then we got minus 5y and 10y plus 5y. That's all there is. Turn off the video feed, do the questions, and come back. Although I should point out there's a typo here. Those should have been superscripted. So this I suspect on the copy you get, it will be fixed, but I didn't want to reprint the page just because I forgot that. Got to save a few trees. Anyway, turn it off, come back when you've done them all. That's the way you're going to learn. Practice makes permanent. All right, we've got C's and more C's. So minus 7C plus 6C is minus C. You can put a 1 in there if that makes you happy. Now we're going to put these two together. Minus 8 plus 2. So it's going to be minus 6D. If you are struggling with your integers, do some practice. Go back and learn about my bingo chip system for adding integers, and you will never get mixed up again. Or learn how to type it into your calculator properly. Either one is fine. All right, so we've got F and F. So minus 4F and 4F is like 0F. Uh-oh. And so plus minus 10D and 10. Okay, that just looks weird. I would mark that completely correct on a test. It just looks weird. But a good answer is just 0. Done. End of story. We'll keep going. Look how long these get. So there's an X, and there's an X, and there's an X. If you are one of those people who likes highlighters, it could be a cool time to use different colors. Okay. I think I'll work out this way because I'm running out of room here. So 2 minus 12 is going to be minus 10. Minus 5 more is minus 15x. Now, we got a y and another y. So 5y plus 2y is 7y. And we've also got minus 3c. And 6c is plus 3c. Now, as I was doing that, I just realized I've seen students take a middle step in there, and for some it makes a huge difference. So I'm going to go a step down here, and this is an optional step. You don't have to do it. For some people it helps. So what they do is they put the two x's and then they scan through, and then they go minus 12x. Oops, it should be plus minus 12x. And then they keep going and they go plus minus 5x. So they kind of rearrange everything first and then worry about combining it. Then we get the next thing we have is y, so plus 5y plus 2y and minus 3c plus 6c. And then you can see that these are the ones you put together, and then these ones you put together, and then these ones you put together. It's up to you whether you want to put that step in the middle or not. If it makes it easy and it makes it so you get the question right, go for it. It's not like you're going to have hundreds of these to do and you're going to be running out of time if you take the time to do that. Go for it. Do the best you can. All right, let's try that on this one, because this looks pretty complicated with all these x's. So 2x squared. Oh. Sorry, backtrack here. 3c this answer is right. I want to say this one's more right. Best practice or tradition is if you have a bunch of different variables, you write them alphabetically. So c squared, 3c minus 15x plus 7y. But again, if they're not, it's still the same answer, because with addition, order doesn't matter. But get into habit. There's times where we have to do graphical analysis or factoring or something like that, and it literally doesn't work unless you have it in the right order. So you might as well just get into the habit now. So anyway, back to this one. We got 2x squared, and we got 9x squared. And we have plus minus 5x squared. All right, there's no more x squared, so we got plus minus 6x and plus minus 5x. And then we have plus 2 and plus minus 4. Okay, so now it's all organized. So I can see it's these three I get to combine. So 2 plus 9 is 11. Minus 5 is 6x squared. And then we have minus 6 and minus 5. So it's minus 11x. And then we have 2 and minus 4. We're putting that together. Minus 2. Yeah. Cool. I guess I left a couple of more simpler ones up here. Got distracted by these exciting questions. All right, never mind, back to here. These are all b's. Oh, so that's easy. Minus 5 plus 4. Ooh, okay. I'm going to do this all in one step. You can do it in your calculator, or you could do it as minus 5 plus 4 is going to be minus 1. Minus 10 more is minus 11. Plus 3 should be minus 8b. Now, if you wanted to, if you were having a bad day, you could go minus 5 plus 4 plus minus 10 plus 3, and you get minus 8. The reason you can do it in your calculator is because these were all these, so you were just combining them together. What I was going to say, the other option is following order of operations properly. We would do this part, and it gives you minus 1b plus minus 10b plus 3b. And then minus 1 plus minus 10 is minus 11b plus 3b, which would then take us up to there. I'm good with something like this. If you use your calculator if you want, or you can just do it in your head. I'm not expecting on something like this that we'd see a bunch of work. All right, we got kind of a mess here, and I don't have much room, so I'm not going to rewrite them like I did out here. I'm just going to get c squared and c squared and c squared. So 5 and 7 is 12, and 6 more is 18 c squared. And then we got 8 and 3 plus 11. Don't forget, there always needs to be a sign in between these, right? So this is a term, and this is a term, and this would make that a, remember, binomial. 2 terms, binomial. Hey, what's this one? How many terms? 1, 2, 3. Binomial. Just saying, just a little bit of review. All right, we got b and that, and more b, so that's going to be minus. I'm going to put the 1 in, not. It's okay if you don't. Now, look here, there's this 3y. There's no more y, so just bring it along. And this 5, just bring it along. Okay, there's nothing to combine with, then you just bring it along down to the next line. Got it? Okay, let's look at the bottom part, because the bottom part looks scarier, but it's not at all. If you know the rule. Okay, and here's the rule about brackets. If there is nothing, or just in front of a set of brackets, you can rewrite the question and you just drop the brackets out. I would suggest you do this all the time. I know it's one extra step for some of you, but if you follow the rule and do it every time, it's going to help you when you get to subtraction. So there's now, here's my thing so you can see. When I'm talking about nothing, see, that's what I mean by nothing out in front. Basically, it's the start of the question. So if there's nothing out in front of our brackets, you can rewrite the questions without it. So 3m minus 9. Or if there's just a plus out in front, you can rewrite it without the brackets. Now, you can't go like that because that looks weird because there's something missing there. So you can think of it in terms of that adding comes down, or you can just say that this 4 is a plus 4. Either one of those is completely correct. Right, 3m and 4m is 7m. Negative 9 plus 7 is minus 2. And ta-da, there we go. 8r minus 2s. See, here's an easy one. Okay, just take whatever sign this is. So this becomes minus 5r minus 4s. Whoops, should be an s. All right, so there's an r and there's an r. So 8 minus 5 is going to be 3r, and minus 2 and minus 4 is minus 6s. Maybe now's a really good time to remind you to don't sit here and watch me do it. Turn off the video, do it yourself, and then turn it back on. You can even fast forward to the end to see all the answers. Nothing out front, rewriting it without the signs, just a plus in front. So plus 11ax minus by. So 5ax and 11ax is 16ax minus by minus another by, careful, is minus 2by. Don't think it's going to cancel out. That would only happen if one of them was a plus and one was a minus. All right, let's look at these ones. Ooh, trinomials. Okay, whatever. So notice when they come out of their brackets, the signs don't change. So this is a negative, it's a negative down there. So all's good. So 6b and negative b, those are both squared. So 5b squared minus 3b and plus 3. Oh, look at that. Here's an example. So negative 3 and plus 3 goes to 0. So if you really want to, you can do that. I probably wouldn't write it, but you could. And then minus 5 and minus 8 is minus 13. I would probably have that as a final answer, but this one's good. If you want to keep track of everything, that's great. If you're happy without that middle term, that's okay too. There's nothing to do there. Plus and 3x plus 5y. 6x and 3x is 9x. 2y and 5y is plus 7. So most common mistakes students will make is they will write 9x and 7y and they'll forget to put something in between. There always should be a sign in between your terms. Last one here, 2a minus 3b plus 4c plus 7a minus 5. 2a and 7a is going to give me 9a minus 3b and minus 5b is going to be minus 8b. And then you have 4c and minus 3c. So plus 4 and minus 3 is going to be plus. Put the 1 in, don't put in the 1. It's okay. So when you're adding, what do these brackets do? Honestly, pretty much nothing. Well, then why would you have them? Well, the only good example I'd ever come up with is imagine you're planning a party and you need to know ahead of time the number of people are coming. And it's a cool party because it's a family party, so you've got some kids. So you talk to your first family, and there are 2 parents and 3 kids. And then the next, so this is Bob's house. This is Bob's. And then you talk to, oh, I don't know, Emma's family. And there's 1 parent, so that's Emma, plus 5 kids. That's, to me, is the only time I would really use brackets if I'm adding polynomials or something like that, is to kind of organize it into chunks. The other reason we do it is just to make sure that you understand what it means. Sometimes us math teachers are tricky. Have a great day. You are learning the secret.